So you've decided to sell your house and you want to make as much money as possible. Today, I'd like to go over a few tips on staging your home to maximize your profits. Right after this. Hello, I'm Anthony George of Remax Syntex here in Waco, Texas. Each week I put together a video pertaining to real estate and the Waco market. If you like my content, please consider clicking the subscribe and the like button and the little bell to be notified each Monday as I put out new content. Today, I would like to go over some of the benefits of having your home staged before putting it on the market. Let's face it, in today's market, most home buyers are looking for space. More space, but you don't have it. Your home, let's just say, is a 2,000 square foot home. How do you make it look bigger? How do you make it look appealing to a buyer? One way is staging. It can be accomplished many ways. One is using your own furniture. Say you're selling your home, but you're not leaving until you have a buyer. You can declutter. You can move the way your furniture is arranged in a room. There's a lot of different avenues, but the key is to maximize even the coziest space to make it look livable. The first part of getting your home ready to sell is giving it a deep cleaning. Cleaning the baseboards, cleaning the corners, cleaning every nook and cranny that we walk by in everyday life. Sure, we may mop the kitchen, we may sweep all the hardwood, vacuum all the floors, but do we always clean the baseboards, or is that a once a year thing? Well, if we're getting ready to sell, we may need to make that a now thing, as well as cleaning over the top of the door jambs, as well as the ceiling fans and all the nooks and crannies that get put off until a spring cleaning day. Then we're ready to start staging the home for sale. First thing we need to do is dehumanize, or take ourselves out of the home. By that, I mean take personal pictures away, anything that could identify you, anything that may be offensive to a potential buyer. And by offensive, doesn't mean that you have nudes hanging on your walls. It just means some religious things may turn off some buyers. Certain art may not be appealing to others. Take into consideration, you're trying to make the home look as appealing to someone else as it is to you. So first thing we need to do is to take us out of the home. But Anthony, I don't have anywhere to put all this extra stuff. If I declutter and take it all away, what am I to do? Well, there's a couple options. One is to ask a neighbor, hey, could I store some stuff in your shed until we sell the house, or a family member? But that's not always a great option. The other option would be to rent out one of these local storage facilities, a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 20, just to store your things for a month or two until it can get on the market, get sold and closed, and you get onto your new space. In the long run, that could make you money by decluttering and moving some stuff out of the way. The other thing to remember when staging a home and getting it ready for sale is, don't think that just because you put something in a closet or in a corner somewhere that a potential buyer won't look. When a potential buyer is coming through your home to determine if this is someplace that they would want to be, they want to see all the space. They want to see all the closets. How much room do they have for storage? They want to crawl up in the attic space to check insulation. And if you filled it full of all the Christmas decorations and all your other decorations and tubs of stuff just to have them out of the way so that they can see the living room, that may be a turnoff if they can't determine how much room they have in the attic. Also, if you have pets like I do, as you can see my two dogs here on my office wall, consider finding them a place to be when you're showing the home. Also be aware of any odors that they may leave behind. If you live with a pet in the home every day, you get used to certain smells. Try to find something to cover up those smells, clean the carpets where they may have made a mess. Try to make it look like the home is ready for the next person to move in with not a lot of effort to clean up after you and your pets. I know our house is going to need a deep vacuum and scrubbing just to get rid of all the extra hair. It's just something they shed. I wish I could make them stop, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So you've gone through, you've given the house a deep cleaning, you've gotten rid of a lot of clutter. Now your house looks very vanilla. Doesn't even look lived in because you've done such a great job of getting it ready. Now you need to add a little personality back to the home. In the living room, consider leaving a magazine or a folded newspaper on a coffee table. Leave fresh flowers in a vase. Sending candles around. They don't have to be burning, but just have them sitting with the jars open to leave a pleasant odor and also look like you do live there. Remember to let light into the home. Natural light can be a huge benefit to a potential buyer. Crack your blinds a little to where they'll let natural light in. Pull the drapes back to where they'll let the natural light in. Try to show off the home with as much light and life as possible. Also, don't forget the bedrooms. If you're still living in the home, make sure the bed is made every day before you leave or before a potential buyer comes to see the home. No one wants to walk in and feel like, well, they just crawled out of bed, and it just feels kind of awkward and you feel funny. So at least try to have the beds made up, the kids' beds made up before you leave the home. In the kitchen, just like the living room, remember to leave a few touches to make it look like someone lives there. Leave some fresh fruit on the counter. Also, freshen up your vase full of flowers. Make sure utensils are in a nice container on the counter to where it looks like they're being used on a daily basis. Same thing with the bathroom. Before you leave the home, don't leave wet towels hanging from the shower stall. Make sure they're put into a hamper or in a closet to where they're not just hanging all over the bathroom when a potential buyer comes through. Also, don't forget the first thing that people are going to see, and that's your front area, the front door, or if they're entering through a rear area. Make sure that area is clean, tidy, and inviting, pulling them into the home, making them feel like this is where I want to come home to every day. Well, Anthony, we've got to move. We don't have any furniture to leave in the living room. We don't have stuff to leave lying around. Well, that's where there are some services, some professional home staging services that can come in. For a few $100 to $1,000, they can come in and stage your home with furniture. In the living room, bedroom, dining room, they can make your home look lived in. According to a third of realtors, the National Association of Realtors buyers agents stated that having a home staged, you can realize 1% to 5% more on your offers by just having the home look lived in. So could be a very wise investment. Let's say you spend $1,000. Your home's being sold for $250,000 and you make 2% because it's staged. That $1,000 investment could turn into a $5,000 profit. Take away the $1,000, you just put $4,000 into your pocket for having the home staged and making it look lived in. Waco Home Staging, who was gracious enough to share with me some before and after photos, sent me this photo of a home that had been on the market for a year. The owner came in, asked them to stage to this, and the home sold within a month. So if your home is vacant and you're wondering why you aren't getting offers or wondering why they're not to the level that they should be, consider having your home professionally staged so that you can realize the maximum amount of profit when you're ready to sell your home. Looking to sell your home, I've put together a playlist of things to consider before getting your home on the market. Also, if you like this content, please consider clicking the subscribe button and the like button and the little bell to be notified as I put out content each Monday.